This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. You are tuned in to the TCSF podcast with Big Z. In the house, we got Stephen B from the No One on the Weekend podcast. And we're coming straight to you from the 606 Media Studios, powered by True Chicago Sports Fans. This is episode 249. We're fired up. We're going to dive into everything that is Chicago baseball this week. We're just going to focus on that sport this week. And again, like I said, we're brought to you by 606 Media. We're your ultimate source for all things Chicago. Don't forget to swing by our webpage, 606media.com, 606media.com, and snag your official TCSF podcast t-shirt. I got the old school OG one. I got a limited edition of these. I got a little box of these if someone still wants one of these OG ones. But we got the Nike line, we got the hoodies, the baseball tees, Razorbacks.
What else we got?
Well, we got a bunch of stuff on there. We also have an exclusive line for the Love of Sports merchandise line. And just dropped it this week. We have the No Water on the Weekend podcast t-shirt. It is up there. We're going to be dropping one or two a month to make sure that you guys have your merch to be rocking. So that way when you're at your favorite watering hole, you can tell them No Water on the Weekend.
Yeah, I want to drop one every week.
I don't know if we have. I don't know how that webpage works. As far because we use Bonfire as our distributor there, but I don't know how that would work.
Call them up. I can make a graphic every week.
Call them up. Who calls anybody at this point? Everything is a bot, or you have to go through the online.
The little chat section. Hit the little chat bot that's on the corner.
Yeah.
Use that one. That'll work.
Yeah, we already got a comment in here. Oh, JC's here. He's here for early stirring the pot. TV needs to stop posting MGK videos on socials. Wow.
I've been sending it to him actually on purpose.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Keep that going. Keep that going. All right. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or what's the other one? Twitch, what you got to do?
Smash and subscribe.
That's right. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, please leave us a 5-star review. It means the world to us. Shoots us up on the charts. Keeps the lights on. These are expensive lights. Yeah. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please share it as much as you can. Share the clips. It makes us, more visible for everybody when you start sharing all of our stuff. Steven's gonna learn how to do clips on his show, and that way.
Yeah. Well, we have the YouTube page now for No One on the Weekend, so be sure to go check that out. Follow us, and we're gonna have some clips on there shortly.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Looking for more ways to get involved? Support the show with the monthly subscription at anchor.fm/True Chicago Sports Fans. And it's for a little 99 cents a month. You can support us. It doesn't cost. No inflation. No taxes. No taxes. No tariffs either. No tariffs.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So every little bit helps the conversation going. So please go over there and do that. Also on Facebook, you can click on the stars button. More stars we get, they throw us a little bit of coin. So everything a little bit helps keep us going, because this is an expensive hobby.
Buy the t-shirts. Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be a quick one. We're in and out today. We're not gonna take too much of your time because it's Memorial Day. You guys are probably out cooking, out drinking, out having fun with the familia. Just got done from the Sueños concert that you had so much fun at. So
or you're in the ER watching this from after being at the Sueños concert.
Absolutely. I saw a lot of fights. Oh, on TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah. That's why I don't go. And I think prediction, because I'm usually kind of right on these things, Sueños isn't going to be here anymore next year. So
I doubt it. There's fights every year.
No, I know that, but Beso Bluma over here did not get a warm welcome. Everyone's just recording. No one was cheering, and he called everyone out. But that was fun. That was nice.
I think you should repost that on your TikTok. Maybe that'll blow up.
Maybe, possibly. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, to put your face on top of the video, though. I don't know how to do that yet.
Oh, we'll figure it out. We'll go on TikTok and ask, or ask ChatGPT. That'll also that'll help us out. Yeah.
All right. Well, since you're already here, make sure to go and subscribe to the rest of the 606 Media family shows and Podsticated with myself, Big Z. We dive into fascinating stories with engaging discussions, insightful interviews, and plenty of humor. Also, no water on the weekend, like Stevie B said. Again, it's with Sean Daly, and it's a pop culture podcast serving up funny trivia, film, TV, music, and all the latest Chicago-centric happenings. What you guys talk about this week?
So we had a guest. Naomi was on the show, and she's a lovely lady. She's in Austin, Texas. She does comic book reviews like
Cool.
yes, Joshua. So she doesn't read so much mainstream of Wolverine or anything that we kind of do. She picks up a couple like Gwenpool and stuff like that. But she has more like other stories, like kind of anime, but also not really. So I made a joke that we're gonna have a book club, and then I guess every so often we'll talk about it and have a discussion. But yeah, no, she was great on the show. She's also a Cubs fan, and she loves Wrigley Field. So that was another reason why I loved her. She's that great, and she does a really good job with posting on social media and TikTok. So it's Naomi Khan 888 if you want to follow her and you're a big fan of comic books. So go check her out.
Nice. So you want to strap in and get ready to do this?
Oh, I'm locked and loaded, buddy.
Oh boy, watch out, people. All right, let's talk about our Chicago baseball team. We are 1/3 of the way through our baseball season, and it's looking really good for the Cubs, and 2 games better than last year for the Sox. So hey, I'll take a small victory when I can. So let's talk about our Chicago Cubs. The North Side team is doing their thing up there. They just beat the Rockies 3-1 today. They are 33-21. So they're 12 games over 500 with a 3-game lead, 8 into their last 10. And the boys didn't have that much offense today. What's going on?
I have no idea. I got a little nervous too. Like I was like, you know what? If we lose to a game to the Rockies, I'm going to lose it because you shouldn't lose to this team. Absolutely, you should not lose to this team. Now, I get if we had injury prone, things like that. I mean, we just crushed Cincinnati on Friday and on Sunday. Shota should be back, JC, at the end of June. I did hear that. I'm excited for that because Big Ben over here, a little shaky.
Ben Brown is a suspect. I told you guys.
He has his moments. He's a great pitcher, but then there's some days where he gets beat, and and Teon today who pitched. He his same thing. Rocky start, gave up a little bit out there, but he was fine. He did his job today, and he got the win. But other than that, I mean, it's just been crazy. He did have 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, and 1 earned run. So not terrible, but still,
it's a really good start. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a really good start.
I mean, it's a good start, but I'm just saying overall in general, like it's same thing, doing really well. Then, sometimes has a bad game, and then I get it. I'm used to the 2016 dominant pitchers. Everyone goes up there, we're going to win. It feels good, but it's not the case.
Yeah, but, you put up 13 on Cincinnati on Friday and then 11 on Sunday. That is a lot of runs.
That the offense jumped on Bleacher Report from 5-2 behind the Yankees. So offense is carrying this team.
Offense is carrying this team, and the defense is really good on the Chicago Cubs. Matt Shaw is doing well at third base. You picked up the kid, brought him up by Estedos, who is a catcher and a first baseman. Mm-hmm. Again, you've got some pieces that you can start adding maybe to stopgap before you make some trades. But again, the emphasis should be bullpen,
absolutely.
bullpen, and more bullpen, because you got Ryan Presley to be the guy who would stop from blowing 26 saves.
Mm-hmm. And
this guy's nowhere near the 9th inning right now.
Yeah, we're at 8 right now for blown saves. So
yeah. And you have to put in Palacios, who's looking really good. Is he gonna be the closer? He's never done it before, and now you've got
I don't know
a closer and a non-closer, and they're switching roles, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's a mystery that the mystery machine cannot solve. If you're a Scooby-Doo fan, I don't know the answer to that one. Honestly, this team is electric, and like we've said they're fun to watch. The offense, you can never count them out on a game, right? But it's the bullpen, and I think, PCA, Petey. Oh my God, this guy's a stud.
MVP.
Friday, MVP. I was jumping up and down when he hit that grand slam. I was watching the game on Friday, and I was also watching the Eastern Conference Finals. I want the Pacers to win if we're going to talk NBA really quick.
Yeah, we can
But
do that, yeah.
he is a stud. And I said this before, he's doing well. He's still in a contract. Well, they want to re-sign him. They're not also going to re-sign
He's gonna
Tucker.
bet on himself. He's gonna bet on himself. He's like, no.
Yeah.
75 million? No, that's way too little.
I know.
No.
I don't blame him. Give the man the money. He deserves it.
He's batting 280 with 14 home runs, 48 RBIs, and 60 hits.
Now,
he is crushing.
Yeah. And I said this, he has more home runs than Ohtani by one, but still.
Are you sure? Because
if he hit a home run since Friday, then
Ohtani hit one yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, so then they're even. But still, to be in the conversation, to be also next to the guy who hits home runs and is the face of the MLB, that's pretty good.
All right, we're gonna go MLB.
Go for it.
You got Ohtani with 19, Judge with 18, Schwarber. You know that guy? 18.
Yeah.
O'Reilly 17. Excuse me. Corbin Carroll 15. Suarez, Taylor Ward, and then Pico Armstrong. So he's 8th.
Oh, well, since Friday that dropped, man, that's since Friday. Okay. Well, I'll tell you this, Chicago Cubs have outscored opponents 49-3 from the 6th inning on over the last 9 games.
Dude,
so it's incredible to see this team come back. They're comeback kids. If they're down, they don't give up. Right. They don't sit there on the bench, say, "Oh, we'll win them tomorrow." No, it's let's win right now. And that's the best part.
What's good about this team right now is that they're outscoring everybody, which is great, which is covering the pitching aspect of the flaws of the Chicago Cubs. So my biggest concern is going to be, like I said, it is the bullpen. I'm glad Shaw's at third base. He's doing well there. Keep it there. That's fine. You plug the hole. But what's going to happen when the offense doesn't show up and the pitching has to carry for a couple of weeks? Because every team goes through a hitting slump. Yeah. And the good thing is that you went through already the hard part of the schedule. You have the easiest schedule in MLB. But there's still going to be times where you're going to be like,
And what happens, if you remember, Big Z, what happened last year in June and July?
You gave up a lot of games away.
We did, yeah. And if Ivan was here, he'd say the same thing. June and July, and you could agree with this, June and July are the months where you need to win.
Yep.
I don't care what anyone says. June and July, you need to win. If you don't have a winning record in June and July, well, your season's technically over, especially for the Cubs, because when they don't win in June and July, midsummer, it's hot out, it's nice out, and you're not winning, that kicks you in the butt, and that's why you don't end up in the playoffs or not even getting the wild card, because those games matter. From here on out, you got to win series. I think that's the key to winning in baseball. But for the Cubs with the pitching issues, that's the main thing that they got to focus on.
Yeah, and I don't see Jed Hoyer and Curtis Hawkins or whatever the guy's name is being able to get a big name over, right? Because there's going to be an asset allocation that you have to give back. And I don't think the Cubs want to part with certain prospects for maybe, a rental or whatever. But I would be knocking at Pittsburgh's door and saying, Chapman, who's throwing 104 and knows how to close. Now, is he the Chapman of the Yankees? No. Is he the Chapman of the Cubs? No. He's at the tail end of his career, but he's still better than what you got to close a game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it'll be that expensive to get him.
I don't think so either. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting though. I know he still throws 100, but I don't know what I'm getting out of him. I still think of the image with his mom. That's the part that's throwing me off.
What kind of websites are you going to, sir?
No, he actually has a handful with some. I'm not going to go there, but you get my point. Shaw had some amazing plays at third base this weekend. If you didn't already check it out. But he had some great throws from third base to first base, and he has an arm. So it's good to see him shake off the rust. He was down in AAA, comes back up. He's had a couple hits, but defensively for him playing third base has definitely helped. And like you said, plugged up the hole.
There's nothing to be mad about with the Chicago Cubs. It's just, as a Cub fan, you're kind of waiting for that shoe to drop. Like, all right, what's going to happen now? And
No, absolutely.
right, that's it's just the way it's always been. So we're hoping that this bullpen can turn it around. And what is JC? They announced, okay, the same one.
Yeah.
Baseball goes in cycles. Either the bullpen will be giving up a lot of runs, or it'll be the starting pitching, or there's no hitting. It goes in cycles. Fortunately for you, April, you guys rocked it out. May started a little rocky, and then you pulled up the nose. Now, all right, it's June. It's time to get on some hot streaks, like the rest of MLB has been doing, especially like the Cardinals, who went on an 8 or 10 game streak.
Yeah, it was like 9, and then something like that.
You got to separate yourself from the rest of the division. Do not give them life to hang around to think that they are going to be a contender. And if you start blowing games like you did last year, they're going to come back and bite you in the ass like they did the last couple of years. So, Cubs, let's go. Let's go. This is like the Colorado series is definitely a series that you should sweep. They
Absolutely.
are the worst team in baseball. Hopefully they stay the worst team in baseball and they take that record away from us.
I kind of hope not, but
Come on.
After the series, okay, we don't lose any to Colorado, but after that, I hope Colorado goes on a 50-game win streak, and I don't know. It's never been done. No, it won't. The Cubs do have Cincinnati at home this upcoming week. Then we go to the nation's capital for Washington. Then it gets a little tricky. All right, Washington is not that bad. They're a little bit under 500, but that's them. You could still lose a game between them, like off days. Like we lost one to Cincinnati. But when we get to 6-6 in June, we have Detroit, then the Phillies. Now you have to pull that one out to see in the future what we're going to do. How are we going to handle that? Because those are two teams, and Big Z said off air, they are favorites to go to the World Series.
Yep.
And there's one Philly influencer on TikTok that annoys the heck out of me. And I keep writing, keep the Cubs out your mouth, because every home run, he's like, it barely got out. No, it didn't. It's out. And it doesn't matter. If it's out, it's out.
Yep.
It counts. I don't care if it's by a centimeter or it doesn't, it counts. A home run's a home run.
The basket is kind of a cop out, but whatever.
Whoa. All right. I like both teams. Jesus. All right. Well, you know what? Back then, no one was hitting home runs that much as it's modern today's standards, right? Aaron Judge in the 1940s, man, that guy would beat Babe Ruth. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea. Possibly. The athletes today are definitely more conditioned. Yeah. So that's coming up for June. So I'm excited. I'm also nervous. I've been biting my nails thinking about this happening in the near future. So we'll see how that goes. But you know what's also really good that makes you feel better in the morning?
What is
Whitesox still doing bad, and I'm gonna get a hat and from you, and I'm gonna win this bet.
Whoa.
This is gonna be fantastic.
Whoa. The White Sox dropped the game to the Mets. They were up 1-0, and then they got tied up in the eighth, and then they blew it in the ninth. Again, you've had, and God, it just escaped my thought process because you made that dumb comment. Literally, Jesus, what's his name? Jack. Our boy Jack,
right field,
who's on the show, wrote about the picture that we picked up. I can just look it up here. Why am I just doing that?
Yeah,
right.
Take a good breather, really fast.
Adrian Hauser, who we picked up, pitched the last two games, 6 innings each. This time he only gave up 3 hits and 1 run, 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. So he's been a stud for us ever since we picked him up. So the White Sox can identify good pitching. It's just that our hitting is very inconsistent right now. We are 17-37.
And fielding, catching the ball. It's also a
Well, that-
problem.
One time.
It's not one time. It's not one
One
time.
One time.
What fantasy island are you living in?
I'm watching.
And also, that was a great show, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
But
What are you
yeah,
saying? We didn't
no.
make players.
Okay, Luis Robert almost had one, but he didn't, and he missed it.
Okay. It wasn't
I might not watch all the games, but I do see the highlights when they do mess up. So
you subscribe to like a White Sox hater club TikTok thing.
I'm the CEO and the president of that fan club.
Oh boy, the White Sox. Let's see. Let me go back. Let's see. If we go back, they lost 6-5 to the Mariners, 1-0 to the Mariners, 5-1 to the Mariners. Okay, so that's a series you could have had. Then they take 2 out of 3 from the Rangers, which is a very good series. They dropped the last
Which
one.
is weird.
Oh, they can play. I gotta tell you, they step up their play against really good teams. So that they play very well. You cannot complain when you have a lot of these kids that you just brought up from AAA and like Eric why can't I just speak today? Eric Carroll, Chase Mydroff, who just his hit streak just came to an end today. He had a 12-game hitting streak that came to an end today. He's hitting like almost he's hitting 300. Luis Robert leads the league in stolen bases with 21. There's a lot of good things going on the South Side. It's a better product. The manager's way better. It's a watchable product. Now you can watch a baseball game with the White Sox. It's not like last year. It's not the debacle that it was last year. Okay,
I liked last year.
Yeah, I bet you did like last year. But there's a lot of great things happening now on the South Side just because the team is a lot better. They did send down Andrew Vaughn, which I'm actually really happy about that because he was not producing. And I'm a big fan of putting the best player on the field that's producing. And he's not. And I know they brought up Benintendi from the IL and Mike Talkman. Those are 2 veterans. They've earned their time. They're going to be in the lineup. So
Talkman is a fantastic outfielder. He's a great bat, and he's had some moments with the Cubs when he was with us that he had some great over the fence catches. I mean, I can't say anything bad about him except he needs a job, and he went across the street.
Yeah, don't
So
worry about moving, right? You don't have to worry about moving.
Yeah, and that's good for him. He's a great guy. His interview, press conferences, and stuff like that when he was with the Cubs has always been great. But nothing bad about that guy to say. He is a great baseball player and a veteran, like you said. So
yeah, I mean, for me right now, I'm looking at the lineup. Chase Mydroff, he's going to be here in the next 3-4 years, right? Mike Talkman, probably not. Probably moving on from Mike Talkman. Miguel Vargas, he finally fixed his batting stance and has been able to hit. He's moved over from third to first now because our both first basemen were sent down. Benintendi, he's just a professional. And I would not be surprised if he's not traded at the deadline if his back can heat up. Luis Robert Jr., probably one of the most disappointing stars prospects that you want to talk about, especially from the old regime. Where's the bat? Where's the bat? He's made a couple bonehead plays this year, like Steven was saying, but there's no bat. So does he get on base? Yeah, he gets a hit or he gets a walk and then automatically stealing. That's cool. But I need home runs. You should be the home run hitter. You should be the bat that is feared in the lineup, and that's not it. Joshua Palacios, I don't know what that kid is yet. He's getting some at bats now. Austin Slater had a home run the other day. Michael Taylor, he's a journeyman. Edgar Carroll is our catcher. We have like 4 catchers that are going to be up here pretty soon. So if they trade 1 or 2, there's going to be good return. Lenin Sosa has been hitting lately. He didn't have any hits today, but he's been pretty hot. A couple homers over the last couple of days. And Josh Rojas at third. Again, these are not names that just pop out. I get that. But we have a lot coming up from AAA that should be coming up pretty soon. And it should supplement this. I want this team to get on a run. I would love to see them go, maybe a 3-game winning streak, maybe a 5-game winning streak, something to give them hope for what they're doing. There's a lot of games that, like we just talked about, that they're in the running. They're playing against better teams and hanging with them. We don't have an ace, right? There's no one on our pitching staff that's like, oh my god, that guy's really good. No, there isn't. There really isn't. Shane Smith doing well more than expected. Sean Burke as well. Jonathan Cannon, who was scratched from his last start, will be starting tomorrow. Okay, so we have a couple of these guys that are producing, but the bats, I need the bats to start showing up. And if they're not doing it, ship them out. It should be no nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you on that one. I mean, I don't know much more than to go to the south side. I'll go to the game with you, and I'll go there for pre-gaming, and then we could hit the town afterwards because that place is a party. Food's great. Drinks are cheap, and I have fun when I go there with you. But every time I go, they win, and I don't want to go.
Yeah. So
it'd be crazy if I got season tickets for the White Sox and they just come just to get wins. I'd give them to you, but
just give me the giveaways.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You love the giveaways.
Yeah, I would. I should. Yeah.
Oh, what's the next giveaway coming up for White Sox? Do you know that one?
They have, I believe it is a bobblehead for the first 7,500. So I'm not gonna do that one because that's gonna be a ridiculous amount of line.
Is it a 05 guy?
I believe
possibly.
Let's see.
Don't stop believing.
20-year anniversary.
Yeah. Whoa, 20 years. Wow, it's like a lifetime ago.
Relax, 88. Relax, 88. All right, slow down.
Oh man, but yeah, no, I'll go. I'll have some fun. What? Go ahead.
June 6th is the Mexican Heritage jersey. It's a pretty cool looking jersey.
Yeah, that one. If you like Latinas, you're gonna go to that game because you went there last year, right?
That was a good time, man. It was a really good time. Yeah.
That's all it was. It was like the Bumble of Latinas and Latinos, if that's your thing.
Apparently it's not yours the way you're speaking.
Huh?
Apparently it's not yours the way you're talking about it.
I mean, I'll go with you. I'll swipe right on a couple of them.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're too white for what? I am like you. I speak proper. No, but no. Other than that, I'd go with you.
Yeah, the ticket I was talking about is the Ray Durham. So he's earlier before the 05. That's for 75,000. And the thing is that with that Mexican Heritage, I believe it's first 15,000. That is insane. That means 22,000 people are not going to get this jersey.
Yeah, it's probably an extra small.
So no, it's mediums and XLs. That's usually what they give out. Mediums and XLs.
So are we going to try to go there? We're going to camp out. We're going to get there early.
We could.
Anyone who wants to buy the jersey from me, you know how to get a hold of me. So
I want to go June 28th, the 1959 Comiskey Park radio. So it's an actual original Comiskey Park little figurine or whatever, and it's an actual clock radio as well.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah, we'll go 28th. I'll be off by then.
Summer break's coming up, right?
Yeah,
by then.
Yep, and I want to go the 29th as well. Yeah, during the summer, we should go to a lot more games to have some fun.
Yeah. I will say this. If you want to go to the Cubs game and it's too expensive for your budget, wait till the third or fourth inning. Go on the ticket areas where on your phone, and you can get them for $25. So we did that when, this past recent time. So yeah, little tip and a trick.
Little tip and a trick. All right. So if my White Sox win, well, then I'll be short. I'll be still short. I'll be short 3 games. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm doing the math in my head. If they win 20 and 20 in the next 2 trimesters, I'll still be short 3 games. So I need this White Sox to get on a run.
I want a hat. And
So
then
do
it's a jersey if the Cubs get more than 90 wins.
Is that
Because
what
we double betted, yeah.
Is that what we said? 90
Yeah,
wins?
because I want the jersey that JC hates.
Oh, you want the Jazz one, the new blue and baby blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PCA. Nah, I won't. You don't have to get anyone. It could be Bear. So it's cheaper. It's like $100.
All right. Ouch. Yeah, so we'll be going out to some more games during the summer. This is my last week of work.
Oh, you got fired?
No. Jesus, God, no.
What do you mean last week of work?
Yeah,
When summer break?
Summer break's at the end of this week, so Friday's my last.
No,
day.
already? It's in June?
Yeah, it's June. It's because
we start. Wow, good
Yeah,
for you, man. Good for you. That's awesome.
I start work like the second week of August already, bro. Like it's gonna go by really fast.
Oh, that's right. Well, I don't know. Public schools are gonna lose funding soon, so I don't know.
Oh, I'm not in the city, so I don't know how that works. Not my problem.
Also maybe the CTA too might be losing money. So, whoa, pray for the city of Chicago. That's all I gotta say. And a hope and a dream.
Why we get taxed for everything? I don't know how. There's no money.
Speaking of taxes, I was at the theater. I'll tell you guys later on what you're watching. Each one of the arcade machines had Chicago tax, Illinois tax, Chicago tax, Illinois tax 4 times just for having a machine because Chicago and Illinois want that revenue. Crazy, right? That blew my mind.
The amusement tax. Yeah. That's the amusement tax. That's
my dad pointed it out because I was waiting in line to get my free drink to pour vodka in before the movie. And he's like, hey, let me show you something. Tax. I'm like, dude, I'm not playing the games. And I still had to pay tax for the drink. It was I got an upgrade, but it was still 55 cents. The drink was free. I just had to pay tax. So tax, yeah. Pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes, yeah. Let's take a quick break. And on the flip side, we will talk a little basketball that's going on right now. And then we'll do Whatcha Watching, and we'll get out of your hair.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey there, Chicago enthusiasts. Are you ready to take your fandom to the next level? The True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast has got you covered with some serious cool merch that screams Chicago pride. From cozy sweaters to trendy tank tops, we got it all. Show off your love for the city with our iconic red, white, and blue logo, or stand out with our exclusive collection for the love of sports. Whether you're lounging at home, breaking a sweat at the gym, or cheering on your team at a game, our gear is a must-have for all you diehard Chicago sports fans out there. Don't hesitate. Visit bonfire.com/store/606-media-store/, or simply just click the link in the description and snag your gear ASAP. Get ready to make some noise, show your pride, and embrace the Chicago spirit with True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast merch. Designed for you, the ultimate fan, for the love of sports. Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots. So let's kick it back over to Big Z.
No Water on the Weekend.
Welcome back to the TCSF podcast with Big Z, featuring Stevie B from the No Water Weekend podcast. And Stevie B, are you watching the NBA finals?
I have been.
The NBA playoffs, not the finals. Finals start next week.
Conference finals.
Conference finals. Yeah, let me raise up your volume there. Yeah, they just went to halftime. You know what? That one blowout we were talking about off air where the Oklahoma City had that got blown out. Yeah, that was boring. A lot of these blowouts in the NBA playoffs, I just don't understand.
Yeah. I don't get it. It wasn't like that in the 80s or 90s.
It was my parties.
Yeah. I actually want the Indiana Pacers to beat the New York Knicks. I'm not a fan of New York Knicks fans.
Yeah.
Don't really care for them. Same with the Lakers fans. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, I want the Pacers to win. Want them to go to the finals. And I want Minnesota to go to the finals too. Definitely would be cool to see the Midwest and be cheap on airfare for both of them and the NBA. Because, the NBA needs to save money apparently. So
the tickets would be cheap for both of those games. I think the tickets I saw for Oklahoma City or Minnesota or whatever. It was like, just to get into the door, a good seat, $225. I'm like, oh, that's respectable. It's the playoffs.
Yeah, it's
They're
not
like
that
New
bad.
York, $2,000. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah. For what?
To see Tom Thibodeau run that team into the floor.
Yeah, honestly, I think he might not be with the team if they lose.
No. If they lose, he's done. He's completely done. He's had a 5-man rotation, and then he finally used his bench and he won. I'm like, oh my God. If only you would have done that with Chicago. Derrick Rose would still have a knee.
Absolutely. And also him losing the games, you're having Karl Anthony Towns on the bench for majority of the fourth quarter on Friday's game. It's kind of like, buddy, he's not even scoring 30 points. I think he had close to it last night. I think he had 30, but I mean, the other couple games, I don't think he hit 30. I think he maybe had close to it, but yeah, the Knicks look tired, worn out. Brunson, Captain Clutch here, but in the 2 games that they lost, he's been missing. So that's another problem with them.
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau will be looking for another job very, very soon. I think Indiana's more of a complete team that can play both up and down and half court basketball. So I expect them to move on, and I would love to see either or Minnesota or OKC. OKC literally stripped it down to the studs and rebuilt and had like 27 draft picks, and now those draft picks are giving fruit essentially.
Billy Donovan, man, he helped that team totally get become successful. And I'm being sarcastic. I'm not being serious.
Yeah, because
that's
another one that should be looking for another job. I'm not a big fan of Billy Donovan.
No,
you've had some talent. I understand some guys have been hurt, this and that, but I'm not a fan. I don't think he can handle superstars, and that's why he ends up moving on. Speaking of that, Billy Donovan, the Chicago Bulls are being rumored to have the Mavericks. I forget what it was, Golden State, and another team might be interested in Lonzo Ball. I doubt it. You got Golden State as well, looking at Vooch. I'm sorry. There's a couple trade scenarios, and I think really, if you're not gonna go for it, tear it down and start over.
right.
They're talking about the kid from Golden State, the 22, 23, 24-year-old Kuminga for Kobe White. I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
Kobe's a mainstay. Kobe stays. Sorry, Kobe stays. Kobe needs help. He needs a big man to help him out so he can score and take off pressure. But
Giannis too. Giannis might leave Milwaukee.
They started talking this week, and they're saying they want to figure things out and see what they're going to do to make his team better. But they're a small market team. I don't see them spending extra money, paying luxury tax and all that to get him another championship.
Yeah, they don't even have any draft picks for the next couple of years. I think 2030, I think.
Yeah, so good luck with that. I see him leaving. He's got to leave, and this is not the NBA of the 80s and 90s where a guy stayed on one team and went through the ups and downs. These guys, like, you know what? Your team sucks and you're losing and you don't know how to manage your draft picks or sign players. See ya. Trade me. And the players have all the power in that league. It's not like
go to the Lakers. That's probably what's going to happen.
Oh, God, no.
Probably. Go help LeBron. Apparently, he needs all the help.
Oh, my God. Please, NBA, do not let that happen. Oh God! Let them go anywhere else. But
I mean, San Antonio, they got draft picks if they want that. OKC, if they want them. But I
don't think he fits in San Antonio. I don't think he fits in San Antonio. But I would see in Houston with that young team. Looks good. I don't know. I just right now. Please. The draft is coming up. We'll talk about the draft in another episode, but it is very, very deep. Even though the Bulls are picking number 12, they should be able to find somebody that can be an addition that can contribute this year. So let's fingers crossed. I doubt they're going to move up. I doubt they want to give up assets. They don't know what to do with second round picks anyway. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else you want to talk about before we get into what you're watching?
No, we go for it.
Go for it. All right, boy. What are you watching that is not sports? Looks like we got a comment too. Crooked Commish, what up, bro?
What's up, man?
Good to see you, man. Yeah. What are you watching that isn't sports? Because you like to go to the movies and watch a lot of shows, apparently.
Yeah. So I saw Mission Impossible.
Do not ruin it. I want to see it so bad.
It's really good, and
Is it really good?
it's good. Yeah, it's a long movie. I'll tell you that right now.
Was it like 3 hours?
Close to it.
Okay.
So that was really good. And also, I'm not spoiling it, but I'm just saying it includes all the rest of the Mission Impossible. It actually connects the story to a lot of it.
Yeah, that's what I
So-
heard. That all the actors from all the movies are intertwined into everything, which makes sense. 250.
Yeah.
It's almost 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So fantastic. It was great. And then today I saw The Accountant 2.
Okay. How was that with John Berthenol?
Awesome.
Really?
It was funny at moments because they're brothers. With Ben Affleck. He's also in the first one. There is a great idea. It's a little different than the first one, not that much math and stuff. But this one, it's like more action packed. It's solving a crime. It's figuring it out. I thought it was great. I honestly thought it was really good. I would get it on DVD or I'd watch it again if I could. So
You would add it to like a John Wick collection.
yeah, I would do that. Also, I bought my tickets, if you haven't already, to go see Jurassic World. Tickets are live right now.
Okay.
So
I'll probably be going to like matinee shows since I'll be off. That's probably when I'll do that. Sorry, Jack.
I also been rewatching Detroiters.
The what?
Detroiters, Tim Robinson. It's these two guys in Detroit. They have an ad agency. They are silly two guys. It's a comedy show. It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And it's hilarious. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of stupid humor to make me laugh. I think that's more my thing. Like it's dumb, but it's also funny. And that's pretty much what I've been watching for last couple of days. And yeah, go to the movies.
Yeah.
AMC is also marketing down ticket prices and popcorn for all of summer. So you get to go. It's not as expensive if you go anywhere else.
Love it. Love it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What about you?
definitely want to go to the theater and check out those blockbusters. I spent the day watching all of the Mission Impossibles. Literally just went through like I started at 4 or 5 and then moved all the way through. So definitely was in a Mission Impossible kick, and it is one of my favorite series. Or it's not a trilogy, right? It's a series, so
I think there's 8.
yeah, 8 or 9. Yeah. I did see that Tom Cruise wants to hang up the mantle of a Mission Impossible and wants to pass it along to someone else. But the guy from Top Gun, the tall little white guy, the cocky pilot, he said that in an interview, he's like, "Nah, I'm good. My mom won't let me do all those crazy stunts."
Yeah.
So
I'll do them.
he does it. Okay.
I need an agent and I'll do all the stunts. You could throw me through glass, shoot me with fake stuff.
I want to see you do that rock climbing with one arm, just hanging out fingertips.
Yeah. Give me like 10 seconds max. I think I'd be able to hold on to that thing, and then I'm done. I'll be all the way down.
No wires. No wires.
Okay, 5 seconds, and I will be done. So
yeah. He does all this crazy stunts, and he jumps out of planes and flies planes. He's a nut. He's one of those cool nuts. You're like, oh my god, yeah, he's a weirdo, but kind of a cool weirdo.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So I just been watching the Mission Impossible stuff. The Last of Us last night. Great episode. It ends up on a cliffhanger. Really, really good. Definitely go watch that. Mobland as well. Really good show. So that's pretty much what I've been watching. Don't think there's anything else. I mean, obviously I'm watching wrestling, which I'll probably do that after I get off the air. But
Sean watched Lilo and Stitch on Friday.
what do you say?
He liked it. He said he cried like 10 times. He said so.
He's an emotional man. He's in tune with his emotions.
And that's fine. I won't cry with Lilo and Stitch. Give me Thunderbolts or Marvel stuff, and I'm weeping. Did you hard.
Did you cry when Tony died?
Absolutely, I did. Yeah, I did. Of
course,
I did. He's been like my friend for like 10 years.
Yeah,
you know, it's like it's emotional. You're a part of my life for 10 years.
Yeah,
I loved you. So yeah, and I went to the comic book store today, so that it's been a fun full day for me. So
yeah, what'd you pick up?
So the new issue of The Amazing Spider-Man 3 and 4 came out, so I have those. I also picked up Thunderbolts, which is a spin-off of Doom, which is going on right now. So all the heroes see what Doom's actually, looks like he's doing good. Thunderbolt's undercover, but he's doing bad, but the other heroes can't notice it. So the Thunderbolts, Bucky, Elena, and all them, they have to go find the Avengers to show them. So
now, when you're reading these comic books, are you getting the hardcover ones, or are you getting the regular just paperbacks?
Paperback ones, man. So I had to buy a couple boxes. And since I've been reading these comic books, my dad's been going through his comic books from the 70s and 80s and putting them in sleeves. So
those hanging sleeves, right? That's what you got to do.
Yeah, he never did that. And they've all been on top of each other. So now he's putting them in sleeves. Some of them are worth money. Some of them aren't. Some of them are like 49 cents.
Yeah, so, like my baseball collecting right now. It's been horrible.
Yeah, but you got a couple, like 2 good ones, right?
Yeah, well, I think I've got like 4 good ones since in the last 6 months that I've been collecting. So.
Yeah, but how many cards did you go through?
Too many.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When you have all of these collection ones,
have, like, my dining room table is full of baseball cards right now, and I have to go through all of them all over again. I did buy a box to organize them in.
You need to get that hard. You need to get one graded. If the convention comes up, you should get them graded.
Yeah, so
they're worth money.
They're going to start opening physical locations. They're going to open one in California, and if it does well, they'll start opening them up in big cities, which just makes sense. If I can just go and get my stuff graded, and and be able to talk to that person, because when you send it to get graded, they'll send it to you like, oh, it's an 8.9. You're like, dude, it came out of the box. I barely touched it. How's it an 8.9?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you start doing that, and then some people have sent it like 5-6 times, and every time they get a different grade. And it's like,
it's a lot of money to send it over and over.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I think it's like, well, it depends how fast you want it, right? It could be $25 or it could be $75 every time you get a grade. So it's up to them. So
I don't also trust the U.S. Postal Service or UPS. So the physical stores would be really smart.
Yep.
So imagine having a nice card and then the mail loses it. Or they deliver it at the wrong place.
I'm on a couple of those Facebook groups, and they send, you know, what they do is they'll send a card in the mail to a baseball player, and you know, you send them whatever their commission or what to pay them to do it. And some old timer signed it, and the mail ripped it in half, completely in half. So he just got the half with the signature, and the rest of the card is gone. So someone's already doing fireworks. Are you kidding me? That's one of my dogs in here. Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard anything yet.
They're blowing M80s somewhere. So come on.
He's not scared of no ghosts.
He's scared of M80s and fireworks.
Oh. You got to get him that nice little house, that little hut house.
On my cord. You're on my cord.
Hey, pick him up. The camera wants to see him.
No, he's 75 pounds. No. No, it's time to leave. All right. Everybody, thank you for checking in with us. Yeah. Thank you to our fans for listening and watching and participating. Thank you to our listeners for sticking with us through 249 episodes. So 250 next week. I'll work on some people to come in and show us some love. Thank you to our sponsor, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans. And remember to go to 606media.com. Go to the merch section and check out all the new cool stuff we got on there.
Buy the shirts.
Sure, yeah. I'm working on a new commercial to highlight the people that have bought our gear. Probably add some of the people that have purchased gear in the past, even though it was a different company. You won't see that anyways. And
I
yeah,
have to buy my own merch. That's what I have to do.
you're gonna have to buy your own merch. That's right.
Yeah. If I want to be part of the team, I got to buy my own merch. So
Yeah, I'm always waiting for merch. Always. Check us out on social media. TCSF Pod on Twitter. That is Serge, who handles that. So you can argue with Serge, or you can head up JC Dynasty Fantasy Football and argue with him about.
they're really good about it too. So
you can argue with him about MGK and Eminem. I am Big Z _606 media on all my platforms. So hit me up, add me, and follow all the clips that I'll be posting the rest of the week. So you could hit us up at the True Chicago Sports Fans at gmail.com if you want to talk to us about a movie, a show, food that's interesting that you want to do, or just anything to argue about, whether it's sports related or not. All right, y'all. That is it for today. Thank you to Stevie B. I am Big Z. We'll see you next time for episode 250. And until
see you guys
then,
later.
be good to each other. For the love of sports.